When you step onto the field of life, you don't wait to see how the game unfolds to decide who you are. Winners don't walk in with doubt in their heart and questions in their mind. Winners walk in with certainty, with confidence, and with a decision already made. The mindset of someone who refuses to lose is this: the moment I woke up, I already decided I'm winning today. Before the first obstacle, before the first challenge, before anyone said, I couldn't do it, I've done. I don't care what comes. I don't care who doubts me. I don't care what the scoreboard says. I made my mind up before the game started. And that mindset is what separates the ones who fall apart under pressure from the ones who rise through the storm. Most people wait for things to go their way before they believe. But belief doesn't come after success. It precedes it. It fuels it. You gotta believe so hard, so deep, that your belief starts shaping your actions. When you believe you're going to win, you prepare differently. You show up earlier. You stay longer. You push harder. You don't need motivation from the outside because you've already lit the fire inside. You don't play the game hoping to win. You play it knowing that you will because your commitment has already outlasted any excuse that could stop you. Your mind is made up, and that's what makes you dangerous. That's what makes you unshakable. There are people who are more talented than you, more experienced than you, and better connected than you. But when you made your mind up that you're not leaving without victory, you tap into a force they don't have. Talent can't outlast grit. Skill can't replace heart. Intelligence means nothing if you're not willing to endure. What sets you apart is that while others are wondering what might happen, you've already locked in on what will happen. You've already told yourself that no matter the conditions, you're showing up with full intensity. No matter the odds, you're playing to win. You don't wait for perfect timing. You don't wait for the mood to strike. You don't hesitate when things look hard. You execute. You lock in. You perform with purpose because you already resolved that losing is not an option. It's not even on the table. You don't consider it. You don't entertain it. You don't plan for it. When others say, well, what if we lose? Your mind says, that's not even a scenario. And that inner certainty creates outer impact. People feel that energy. They feed off your intensity. You become a leader without even trying because the level of conviction in your heart influences everyone around you. You have to understand something. Success starts long before the opportunity ever presents itself. Success starts the moment you commit to it. That commitment is mental. That commitment is spiritual. It's emotional. It's not based on outcome. It's based on attitude. That's why people who make their mind up before the game starts don't get rattled when things go wrong. They don't fall apart when the plan gets messy. They adapt, they pivot, but they don't back down. The decision to win is already made. All that's left is to walk it out. The reason most people lose is because they wait too long to decide. They hesitate. They want to see the outcome first. They want to guarantee success before they invest effort. But life doesn't work like that. You've got to give your all before you ever see the results. You've got to pour everything into it without knowing how it ends. That takes courage. That takes trust. That takes heart. But that's also what makes the difference between average and elite. The elite don't play with 1 foot in and 1 foot out. They are all in. Their decisions are final. Their mindset is firm. They are not hoping. They are knowing. So when you wake up tomorrow, don't ask yourself how you feel. Don't wonder if things will go your way. Make the decision in advance. Say to yourself, I don't care what happens today, I'm gonna win. I've already decided. I'm not backing down. I'm not letting up. Quitting up. I'm not quitting. I've made my mind up. Because when your mind is made up, you stop negotiating with weakness. You stop flirting with excuses. You stop giving energy to things that don't serve your mission. And that's how you dominate. That's how you become unstoppable. Not by chance, but by choice. The game doesn't define you. You define the game. And it all begins with that single unshakable decision: I refuse to lose. Pain is something we all experience, but not everyone knows how to respond to it. Most people let pain stop them. They slow down when it hurts. They give up when the pressure builds. But when you refuse to lose, pain is no longer a signal to quit. It's a sign that you're on the right path. It's confirmation that you're stretching, growing, breaking limits that used to hold you. You stop seeing pain as punishment and start seeing it as preparation. Because when you got a goal so big, a dream so massive, pain just becomes part of the process. You understand that you can't become your greatest self in comfort. Comfort never made a beast. It never built a legacy. It never changed the world. Only pain has that kind of power when you learn how to embrace it and push through it. The truth is, pain is temporary. It may last a minute, an hour, a day, even a year. But eventually, if you push through it, it will subside. And what takes its place is strength. What takes its place is wisdom. What takes its place is victory. The ones who refuse to lose know that the pain won't last forever, but quitting will. If you quit, if you throw in the towel, that moment becomes permanent. It sticks with you, it defines you. You can never know what could have been if you walk away too soon. But if you endure, if you hang on, even when everything in you screams to stop, that's when breakthroughs happen. That's when greatness is born. There's something about suffering for what you believe in that purifies your purpose. It makes you hungrier. It sharpens your focus. The process humbles you, but it also builds you. Pain reveals who really wants it. Pain reveals who really wants it. Anyone can smile when things are easy. Anyone can commit when it's convenient. But the ones who grind through pain, the ones who cry, bleed, fall, but keep moving, those are the ones who earn it. They don't just want it, they need it. And that need drives them past every excuse, every setback, every ounce of fatigue. Setback, every ounce of fatigue. You can see it in their eyes. They made a vow not to never feel pain, but to never let pain make them quit. Pain teaches you to be grateful. When you've been through the storm and survived, you stop taking sunshine for granted. When you struggle to breathe under pressure, you learn to appreciate every moment of peace. Pain creates perspective. It makes you stronger mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You stop being shaken by small things. You stop folding under the weight of daily life because you've been through worse and you made it. You didn't just survive, you evolved. You became wiser, tougher, more focused. And all of that came from the pain you once thought would break you. It didn't. Instead, it broke the old you and made room for the version of you that's built for legacy. There's power in the decision to push through. Every time you resist the urge to quit, you're building muscle. Every time you keep going when it hurts, you're making a deposit into your future. You're proving to yourself that you're not a slave to pain, but a master of it. That's why refusing to lose isn't about being the fastest or the strongest. It's about being the most relentless. It's about being willing to keep going long after the crowd has left, long after the lights are off, long after the motivation is gone. It's about getting up when no one is watching, about pushing one more rep when your muscles are shaking. About writing one more sentence, making one more call, showing up one more day when everything inside you is begging for a break. You won't always feel like it. There will be days when your energy is gone, your confidence is low, and your mind is filled with doubt. But those are the days that count the most, because pain isn't there to punish you. It's there to test you, to see if you really want it, to see if you got what it takes, to separate the talkers from the doers, the dreamers from the grinders. If you pass the test, if you stay in the fire, you come out refined. You come out with a story. You come out with a strength that can't be taught, only earned. So when the pain shows up, don't run. Don't fold. Welcome it. Let it shape you. Let it stretch you. Let it prove that you were serious when you said you refused to lose. Because on the other side of that pain is everything you ever wanted. You just have to be strong enough to hold on until it passes. And will. Every storm ends. Every night gives way to morning. And when that day comes, you won't be the same. You'll be stronger, smarter, and more unstoppable than ever before. Because you didn't quit. Because you didn't give in. Because you understood that pain is temporary, but quitting is forever. Feelings are fragile. They change with the weather, with your mood, with the opinions of others. One minute you feel like going hard. The next you feel like quitting. One moment you're fired up and the next you're drained, doubting, and discouraged. If you let feelings guide your life, you'll live on a roller coaster, moving only when you feel good, stopping every time it gets hard. But people who refuse to lose don't operate on feelings. They live by discipline. They understand that emotions are temporary, but discipline is what produces results. Discipline gets you out of bed when you're tired. Discipline makes you show up when motivation is gone. Discipline keeps you moving forward when every part of you wants to stop. There's a reason why some people make progress while others stay stuck. It's not always talent, luck, or opportunity. It's discipline. Discipline is doing what you said you would do long after the mood you said it in has left. It's waking up early because you said you would. It's working on your craft when no one is watching. It's staying locked in when distractions are pulling at you from every direction. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. It demands action. That's the power of discipline. It makes you consistent, and consistency is what leads to mastery. It's not the intensity you show once in a while that shapes your future. It's the discipline you apply daily. When you refuse to lose, you understand that feelings can't be trusted. They lie. They whisper excuses. They tell you that you're not good enough, that today's not the day, that it's okay to rest a little longer, to skip just this once. But discipline shuts that voice down. Discipline doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't negotiate with laziness. It doesn't compromise with weakness. It decides and it acts. And that's the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. Dreamers wait to feel like it. Achievers do it regardless. Your feelings will tell you to quit the moment things get uncomfortable. They'll tell you to back off when pressure hits. But discipline thrives under pressure. Discipline is about doing the right thing even when it's the hard thing. Even when you're exhausted, frustrated, discouraged. Even when you're tempted to stop. Because every time you push past your feelings, you grow, strengthen your character. You train your mind to follow through. That mental strength is what separates champions from the rest. It's what makes you unbreakable in the face of adversity. Discipline is not glamorous. It's not exciting. It's repetitive. It's hard. It's lonely at times. But it builds results. It builds reputation. It builds a foundation so strong that no storm can shake you. People might not notice you right away. They might overlook you, ignore you, doubt you. But your discipline is working in silence. It's building something real behind the scene. And eventually, it shows. Eventually, the results become undeniable. And while others wonder how you did it, you'll know you showed up every single day, no matter how you felt. There will be mornings when the bed feels too comfortable to leave, when your mind tells you to sleep in, to take a break, to ease up. But the disciplined person has already made the decision. The moment the alarm rings, it's game time. There's no debate, no negotiation. The disciplined mind knows its purpose, and it moves with urgency. It moves with urgency. It moves with commitment. And that movement, day after day, compounds into momentum. That momentum turns into progress. And progress turns into transformation. Some people chase motivation. They scroll through videos, quotes, music, hoping to feel inspired. But the ones who refuse to lose don't rely on inspiration. They rely on structure. They have routines, habits, standards. And those standards don't drop just because they don't feel like it. Their mission is too important. Their vision is too clear. Their hunger is too deep. They're not looking for excuses. They're looking for execution. Now, that's what discipline does. It keeps you aligned with your goals, no matter what chaos is going on around you. There are going to be bad days. Days when nothing seems to go right. Where doubt creeps in and circumstances feel overwhelming. But even then, discipline carries you through. You keep doing the work. You keep following the plan. You keep showing up. Because discipline doesn't depend on how the world treats you. It depends on how committed you are to your purpose. And if your commitment is real, then your discipline will carry you when your motivation disappears. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Your systems are built on discipline. The small choices you make every day are shaping your future. And the more you practice discipline, the stronger it gets. It becomes part of who you are. Pressure is the place where greatness is born. Most people try to avoid it. They run from discomfort, hide from stress, and back away when expectations rise. But those who refuse to lose, they lean into pressure. They don't fear it. They embrace it. Because they know pressure isn't punishment, it's preparation. It's the fire that sharpens your focus, the weight that builds your strength, the heat that reveals your character. If you want to win at a high level, you can't just survive pressure. You have to dominate it. You have to become comfortable being uncomfortable. You have to train your mind to rise in the moments when most people retreat. Pressure has a way of exposing what's real. When the stakes are high, when the clock is ticking, when the spotlight is on, you find out who's built for the moment. Anyone can look confident when things are calm, but pressure brings out the truth. Will you crack or will you rise? Will you fold under the weight or will you carry it and keep moving? People who refuse to lose understand that pressure is not their enemy. It's their proving ground. It's the arena where they earn respect, where they prove to themselves that they're built for more. They don't look for the easy way out. They step into the fire because they know that diamonds are made under pressure. There's something powerful that happens when you stop avoiding pressure and start using it. It wakes you up. It forces you to focus. It eliminates distractions and demands your full attention. That kind of intensity, when harnessed correctly, creates breakthroughs. It sharpens your instincts. It deepens your drive. It fuels your performance. You stop going through the motions and start moving with intention. Because when pressure hits, you realize that comfort won't save you. Only courage will. And courage is born in those moments when fear is loud, but your purpose is louder. Most people want elevation without resistance. They want success without stress. But pressure is the price of elevation. The higher you go, the more it costs. More responsibility, more eyes on you, more criticism, more expectation. That's the weight that comes with rising. But champions don't complain about the weight. They train for it. They welcome it. You welcome it? Because they know that pressure doesn't break strong people. It builds them. And the more pressure you carry, the more power you gain. You start building pressure resistance. You start seeing stress as a signal that you're growing. You stop seeing obstacles and start seeing obstacles and start seeing opportunity. You don't grow by escaping pressure. You grow by engaging it, facing it, and learning how to lead through it. That's why the strongest people are the ones who've been through the most. Not because life was kind to them, but because they refused to bow under pressure. They were forged by it. Every challenge they endured, every moment they were tested, every time they felt the pressure but chose to keep going, it all added up to make them unshakable. Master mindset that leads to win. Not talent, not luck, but the refusal to surrender to pressure. You have to train for pressure the way an athlete trains for a championship game. You got to put yourself in hard situations on purpose. Push your limits. Seek discomfort. Don't wait for pressure to find you. Go find it. Because if you can train your body and your mind to thrive in a tough moment, then when life throws its hardest punch, you'll already be prepared. Pressure won't feel foreign. It'll feel familiar. It will feel like home. And instead of panicking, you'll perform. Instead of crumbling, you'll conquer. There's a version of you that you haven't met yet. The one who doesn't flinch when life gets intense. The one who doesn't shake when everything's on the line. You meet that version through pressure. You meet them when you're tired but still give your best. When you're scared but still step forward. When you're overwhelmed but still show up. That's where confidence is born. Not from comfort but from conquest. When you've been tested and proven. When you walk through the fire and didn't break. Pressure will either paralyze you or propel you. It depends on your mindset. If you see it as a threat, you'll freeze. If you see it as a tool, you'll rise. That mental shift changes everything. You stop resenting the challenge and start respecting it. You stop backing down and start stepping up. Because you know that pressure isn't something to fear. It's something to use. It's not here to stop you. It's here to reveal you. And if you rise in that moment, if you hold the line when others break, you prove to yourself and the world that you were built for greatness. No matter how much pressure comes, you got to remember, you've already survived worse. You've already been through moments you thought would break you, and you're still standing. So this pressure is just another opportunity to prove your resilience. There's a power that awakens inside of you the moment you commit fully. When you decide deep in your soul that you will not quit, no matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it gets. It's not about speed. It's not about flashy results. It's about endurance. It's about being in it for the long haul. Because anything worth having requires time, patience, persistence, and a level of mental toughness that most people never develop. When you refuse to lose, you adopt the mindset that success is non-negotiable. That even if it takes years, even if you fail 99 times, the 100 will be your breakthrough, and you're willing to stay in the fight until you reach it. The world rewards the ones who outlast. It rewards those who keep grinding when others give up. It's not about always being the smartest or the most talented. It's about refusing to be broken by time. Most people start with passion. They're excited, hyped, motivated, but then reality sets in, delays come, Results don't show up right away. The process becomes boring. Progress is slow. And that's when people start falling off. That's when they say, oh, maybe this isn't for me. That's when doubt creeps in and kills potential. But the ones who refuse to lose, they expect the delay. They're not thrown off by slow season. They know that consistent effort over time will always win. They stay in the gym, in the books, in the grind, long after the excitement is gone. Success isn't about getting it fast. It's about being able to wait without giving up. And that waiting isn't passive. It's not sitting around hoping. It's active patience, working, improving, showing up every day, even when the results are invisible. You're planting seeds, watering the soil, trusting the process. You understand that roots grow before fruit shows? You know that something powerful is building beneath the surface. And if you just keep going, something beautiful is going to break through. That kind of belief, that kind of discipline is what separates the great from the average. Most people want it now. They want success in a week, results in a month, impact in a year. But anything legendary takes time. You can't rush greatness. You can't microwave mastery. You have to be willing to put in years of unseen work. Years of failures, of being ignored, doubted, and questioned. But every day you show up as a deposit. Every hour you spend perfecting your craft, studying your field, preparing your body, or sharpening your mind. That's an investment in your future. And when you're willing to play the long game, you become unstoppable. Because you stop looking for short-term validation and start focusing on long-term legacy. The world belongs to those who can outlast discomfort. It belongs to those who don't let setbacks stop them, who don't let discouragement distract them, who don't let the absence of applause make them doubt their mission. When you refuse to lose, you stop living by outcomes and start living by values. You show up because that's who you are, not because of what you're getting. That's real purpose. That's resilience. And that's how empires are built, one disciplined day at a time. There will be moments when quitting looks reasonable, when no one will blame you for walking away, when progress feels invisible and pain feels constant. But those are the defining moments. That's when you prove who you are. When it's no longer about hype or motivation, but about integrity and grit. It's about the promise you made to yourself. And if you stay true to that promise, you will rise. Not because it was easy, but because you endured. And that endurance will give you a level of confidence no one can take. Because you earned it, you bled for it, you suffered for it, and now it's yours. Longevity in the game is about consistency. It's about mastering the mundane, doing the small, unglamorous thing day after day. Most people won't do it because it's boring. But that's the secret. Boring builds champions. Boring builds discipline, and discipline builds results. So while others burn out chasing shortcuts, you'll be stacking wins, slow and steady, until the gap is too wide to ignore. That's the power of staying in the game. You don't have to be flashy. You just have to be relentless. You've got to stop thinking in days and start thinking in decades. Start seeing your vision not as a quick fix, but as a lifelong mission. You're not here for applause. You're not here for quick wins. You're here to change everything. And change takes time. It takes pain. It takes isolation. But if you can hold on, if you can refuse to lose, even when everything in you wants to let go, then nothing can stop you. Because perseverance beats perfection. Consistency beats talent. And resilience beats everything. So lock in, dig deep, and remind yourself every day, I might bend, but I won't break. I might cry, but I won't quit. I might fail, but I will not fold.